going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is owned by WWE. Please be advised.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it.
It's going down for real. 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 It's going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's 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 going down for real.
Drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake it, pop it, lift it, drop it, shake
It's
it.
going down for real. It's going down for real. It's going down for real.
And now, WWE Network presents SummerSlam Confidential Panels.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2K15 roster reveal. We are live on IGN. And of course, a big special shout out if you're watching on the WWE Network. And if by chance you are not, keep in mind, of course, you still have time. We are going to have SummerSlam live on the WWE Network in 24 hours. And you can buy that for a mere price of $9.99. You guys know the drill. Get on there, order up the WWE Network to get SummerSlam. But let's bring out our 2K15 panelists, starting with the fastest rising superstar in WWE. It's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's my
I feel like it was on purpose that you get to stand closest to
right by you. How you doing, sweetheart?
I talked to somebody about that.
What's up?
We also have the king of swing and the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Cesaro.
Freaking suit. What's going on? Nice suit. Nice shoes.
The Celtic Warrior and the current United States champion, Sheamus.
Oh, Sheamus is gonna sit here. Oh, yes, why are you gonna sit here, man? Can you sit over there? All the way over there?
He is the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and he is set to face Brock Lesnar this Sunday at SummerSlam. The champ, John Cena. He's one of the most iconic names and faces in WWE, the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Yes. Wait. See the kid wrestling?
Oh, yeah, brother. I see you guys on. Yes, sir, man. How you guys? What's up, champ? I feel like this is set up. That was good.
We have our final panelist, a franchise of WCW, one of the most recognizable superstars of all time. Please welcome Sting. up? How are you?
All right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the official host for the 2K15 roster reveal, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hello.
How are you?
You gonna hang here at the podium with me?
Yeah, I'm going to share the podium with you.
All right,
You
great.
ready for this?
I'll share it with you.
I am leaning on your professionalism. This is the first time, I've done a lot of stuff in my days or name, but this is my first time to ever host a panel like this. It's extremely exciting for me to be here.
I mean, this is such a great time for 2K15 as they enter the new generation in video games for the first time ever with 2K15. So, Steve, what is it like to be here for you today? I mean, this is your first time doing a panel. We've got all of these superstars here with us today.
Well, it's exciting for me to be here because, I left the business probably, 11, 12 years ago. And so the stuff that goes on inside a squared circle is very special to me. It's very near and dear to my heart. And so to be able to come back and get involved with these individuals that I'm sharing the stage with is a real cool thing. And I know how passionate you people are about your video games, about being able to live vicariously through the action of the WWE superstars and some of the strengths that they show, some of the things that you can dig into and actually apply to your personal life. So it's a good day to be here. And the thing about it was, I got the call from 2K. They said, hey man, we need to come down and do a scan for you because if you thought the last year's video game was badass, this one is even more. So I went down and all of a sudden I was blown away by the technology and I rolled in and I got in this little booth. We're not gonna start the what chant today. I rolled in this little booth and there were so many cameras there and they started taking pictures. And I made all these different faces, pain, smiling, mad, sad, glad, everything but the kitchen sinks. They captured all these for this new video game. And so y'all can see me right here. These guys in particular see me up close. Roman, look, good looking dude, right?
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. You heard it from a man himself. In the video game, I am exactly as good looking as this. So they represented Stone Cold Steve Austin to the highest degree today.
So what was it like the very first time that you got to see yourself in a video game? What was that feeling like?
Me not being like a technical game type person, it's been a real honor to be involved in so many of them. So obviously the technology has changed. We demand the best out of ourselves when we get inside that squared circle. The WWE fans demand the best when they get a video game in their hands. So the technology curve has been incredible. So the advances that everybody has made and where we are today with what 2K has done with this game, it makes the experience that much better. So it's been an honor to be a part of so many games and very special to be a part of 2K15. It's a good time for WWE and a good time for 2K.
Of course.
And we're gonna run through the roster. We're gonna go through the list. Who made the cut? Who did not make the cut? All the people involved in this game. Let's talk about this roster.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. Look at this panel I got here. What are you smiling about?
Yeah, what are you smiling about?
You cannot do
I'm
what?
alive. What's not to smile about?
Let's talk about it. Let me put my glasses on while I'm up here. Here we go. All
Doesn't he
right.
look good in his glasses?
Oh, yeah.
Steve Austin buttoned down with his glasses on, just working the crowd.
If y'all are ready to have a good time, give me a hell yeah. All right, let's get down to the business at hand. Hey, Cesaro, young up-and-coming superstar, you've been kicking ass ever since you came into WWE. What was your involvement with the game this year?
Well, I'm going to be the go-to guy for 2K when it comes to all the marketing in Europe. Which, da ich ja verschiedene Sprachen spreche, möchte ich auch ein schönes Hallo sagen an alle Leute, die hier in Deutschland zugucken. And I was also involved in the motion capturing, which means, I did all the moves that you see my character do in the video game was actually captured by me. I went up to their amazing facility where they record all that stuff. So the swing, the neutralizer, all my European uppercuts that only I can do, of course, I did.
Wait, what is the process of that like? I mean, do they put all the little buttons on there?
What do you see? You're gonna wear a skin-tight diver suit type thing, that has the little, like you said, the little things.
I don't know the technical terms.
I don't know the technical terms either, but what
The
it is,
motion
it's
capture.
it's like a motion capture thing. They have a ring there, and it's this big arena essentially that they have hundreds of cameras around that capture every single one of your moves, and then digitally transfer that onto the computer, which we actually will have footage within the upcoming weeks of me doing that, doing all my moves, doing the Cesaro superplex from the outside inside, like I said, all my European uppercuts, everything. Because, you know, there's nobody else that can do what I can, so.
Well, of course.
They had to get the real deal.
Sheamus, what was the coolest part about seeing yourself in this game?
Obviously, last couple of years, I've been actually been in quite a few games over the last couple of years, but it's funny, ever since I debuted in the WWE, and this fella beside me called me, what was it, a pasty face teabag or something? There's it's been a real challenge for the video gamers to try and get my pasty skin and red hair as accurate as possible. Actually, we're just sitting in the back watching a demo of the game, and like we watched Goldust's entrance, and it literally just looks like you're watching WWE Raw live. Like Goldust, just everything about him is the way he looked, the way he walked, his characteristics, the whole thing. It just actually looked like you're watching Monday Night Raw, and that's the coolest thing, is like watching how far these video games have come, and how spot on the characters are, and it's literally like you can't tell. Someone walks in the room, you can't tell if they're watching Sheamus live on Monday Night Raw or on a video game, and it's a credit to the guys at 2K.
I'm just wondering if the people that are playing the video game are going to feel the physicality that your opponents feel in the ring, because you're one of the snuggest guys I've ever seen in the history of the business.
You know what?
But it works for you. I dig it the most.
I heard you were pretty snug too, Steve.
I was a little bit stiff in my day. John Cena, you were on the cover this year, 2K15.
I'm okay with these guys. Maybe not so much with these guys. We'll see. See how it pans out.
Joining the ranks to LeBron James, Kevin Durant, The Rock. How you feel about that?
It's a great honor to be on the cover of 2K15, and not only to stand among names as LeBron and The Rock, but just because of the advancements they made in the game. As Sheamus talked about, I think forever those serious gamers we have in the crowd, WWE games have often been criticized for their graphics. The gameplay is always fun, but when the reviews come out, they're always criticized for their graphics. And this year, 2K has completely made it real. 2K has put their touch, the same touch that they put on the NBA games, they brought that to WWE. So to be able to be on the cover of their first real offering to this game through all gen platforms, and that is so good, and the graphics are so phenomenal. I know the gameplay is going to be phenomenal. This is truly the re-release of the WWE brand at the hands of 2K. So for them to use me as the hood ornament, that's a good idea. That's a great thing.
I know what's going to happen as soon as you get your copy of this video game. I know you. It's going to be John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. How do you see this playing out?
Well, if it's John Cena versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I just bought the game, I'd probably actually choose Stone Cold and whip my own ass.
You heard it here first. All right, Hulkster, the immortal one. We're not going to sit here and shoot the breeze about who was the biggest in the sport. We've already been there, done that. I want to talk to you about this game, 2K15. It is good to see you here. I have so much respect for you. Tell us a little bit about the Hulkster. What is it, the Hulkamania version of the 2K15 game? Break that down for me.
Well, they came to me and they said they want to make a special edition. So I'm sitting at home, and all of a sudden the truck pulls up, and there's these boxes sky high, and there's 25,000 of these 5x7 cards that I needed to sign to get in these special games by a certain deadline. I'm going, 25,000 cards. You know, when they're real high gloss, almost magnetic, and you can't separate them. So I had to figure out a way to make an assembly line, and I finally figured out I would fan them in my hand and sign them as neat as I could and throw them to the side. And I was getting through a couple thousand of them, and I was worn out, man. I was blown up. So I called the office. I said, has anybody ever done this before? And they said, yeah, a guy named Stone Cold Steve Austin and a guy named The Undertaker. And I said, well, first off, I've never seen The Undertaker's signature anywhere. And what I want to know is how much time do I have to do this, and how long do they take these other two? So I got a timeline on your ass, and I got a timeline on The Undertaker, and I'm hell-bent on beating that timeline. So it's going to be a special edition with an insert with my signature on there, and I really did sign it. But what I love about the game is, like John Cena said, it's real. For all those unanswered questions, for all the superstars that I've never worked with before, and for the guys that are legends in their own mind that think they were the greatest legend ever. This is going to be real, and you're going to find out through this game that I would have dropped the leg on every single one of these guys up here and beat them 1, 2, 3.
That sounds awesome. It's badass. I don't know if you drop a leg on old Stone Cold, but let me go down there into the line. Sting. How cool is it to finally see Sting at a WWE event? This is the guy I followed his entire career. I finally made my way down to WCW. Got a chance to work with Sting way back in the day as Stunning Steve Austin. Hey, if you guys are excited to see Sting as I am, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Sting, the question is, how is it? What's it like for you now to be here with 2K and WWE?
You know what, I just feel like I can't sit here. I gotta stand up and, woo! I gotta do that! I gotta get that out of my system right now, okay? I feel better. You know what? It's awesome to be a part of it. Look at this. I'm humbled to be here with these guys right here and to be a part of 2K15. To make my WWE debut is an awesome thing. I feel good. It's good to be here.
Now, we also understand that you're featured in a special pre-order exclusive for the game. You pre-order to play as Sting and play through all those fantasy matchups. That's pretty cool, right?
For the first time ever. Yeah, I mean, my dream match of all time has been to face The Undertaker. I want to face The Undertaker. But you know, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can face you in there too. And by the way, you'll probably end up in the Death Lock or the Death Hold Drop or something like that. You know, Cena, The Rock, all of them.
It's always funny to see these guys sitting up in these chairs talking all that trash. You get in the 20 by 20 squared circle, everything changes, brother. Hey, Roman, here we are, finally, you and me. Now, you've had an interesting last couple of years here in the WWE. You've been on fire, you shot to the top. What's it like to be sitting on stage here with all these WWE superstars, and in particular with a guy like Hulk Hogan, a guy like Sting, and much less Cena, Sheamus, and Cesaro?
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, obviously I get to see my peers, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Cena quite often, but, you know, to share the stage with yourself, Hulkster, Sting, you know, it feels like just yesterday I was in a warehouse down in developmental, sweating, and Cesaro can tell you, I mean, just grinding day in and day out, and to be here, it feels surreal. You know, and I have a picture at my mom's house, Hulkster holding me as a little guy, you know what I mean? So just to be here now, I couldn't ask for anything more, but I know, get it. It's a feel-good moment, get it out. But it's, you know, what's that? There you go, see? Bonding with the crowd right now. But the game, I mean, that's what we're here for, is, you know, the game it's unbelievable.
Are you a gamer? Have you played the game?
As the youngest guy on this panel.
Right.
Sorry, guys. I would like to think I know video games a little better than these guys. Unfortunately, so busy these days, I don't get to get on the sticks as much as I'd like to. But the realism, you know what I mean? Not only the graphics, but it looks real, it plays real. It's crazy. We just saw, who was it, Goldust?
Goldust, yeah.
I mean, it looked like I was watching on Monday night. That's how close it is. So for me to be a part of this, it's a phenomenal opportunity. It's crazy.
That's great. You heard him, man. Low key, laid back, cool, calm, and collected. I dig it the most. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so the game is available in the U.S. on October 28th, and it's available internationally on October 31st. And you can also pre-order it right now on 2K's website. So again, like we said, this is such an exciting year for 2K with the next generation of the games. So I think that it's time that we start revealing some of the roster here. Good idea?
We're going to do this in 3 stages. Let's talk about this roster. Let's go through the first stage.
We're going to break it all down.
Here we go, folks, the big unveil.
We need like a drum roll or something.
All right, how about a drum roll?
Bray Wyatt. We've got Bray Wyatt, the maniacal Bray Wyatt will be in the game this year.
Stop playing with his behind.
Roman Reigns. He's sitting right here. He better be in the game.
Gotta be.
Look how younger you look back there.
Y2J Chris Jericho will be available in 2K15.
It's the only way we'll look up.
Dolph Ziggler.
The Lord of the Dance, Fandango. I hope all of his dance moves are in there.
He's out of order.
The Celtic Warrior.
Check out those abs, fella. Check out those abs.
Zoom the abs.
Airbrush.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks.
The world's largest athlete.
The real is when
The
you pull
Big
your abs.
Show.
Come on, let's.
Cesaro.
Here's that music.
See, those
The king
abs
of
are real.
swing.
Those abs are real.
Like the music.
Look at that.
Those abs are real, AJ.
Those are real.
I
Yeah.
dig it.
The intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow.
My main man, Brock Lesnar. Ain't no bear shaking. Big day tomorrow, brother.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
The game, Triple H.
The Heartbreak Kid, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels.
Hey, how about it? Look at that guy.
You can't see me.
You know, he looks like just a good guy.
Good,
Want to hang out with him.
good. Only revealed so far. Not looking too shabby at all. John Cena's there, the champ.
Talk about sports life. Yeah.
We're getting to more. We're doing it in stages.
We're doing
Get
this
to
in
the rest.
stages, folks. Hey, if we get lost, I'm going to grab a headlock, call another high spot. Let's call the high spot right here. Now, we both saw Brock Lesnar and John Cena announce Hook. Who do you see winning that match going down tomorrow at SummerSlam?
You know, you're asking the right guy, okay? Because the man that's going to win this match, without a shadow of a doubt, is my champion, John Cena. Okay? And you know, I've caught a lot of flack for this, but you know, I got to say what I got to say, whether you like it or not. I started the training prayers and vitamins. He raised the bar, hustle, loyalty, and respect. I watched him in the ring. Some people don't see the whole picture. For a while there, I had a run as the #1 Make-A-Wish guy in the world, but he took it to a whole nother level. And I got to tell you something. You guys need to understand this. When you see these kids from Starlight, Dalmatian, or Make-A-Wish, and it's their last wish, or they're a special kid, or they're on their deathbed, it takes a certain type of man to step up and look in their eyes and tell them the truth. And the truth is that John Cena loves them, and this whole WWE universe is there for him. So this is my champion right here, and you will never, ever hear me say Cena sucks. And that's just how it is.
Sting, I want to get inside the mind of the Sting.
I wish Brock Lesnar the best of luck, because he's going to get, like Stone Cold would say, a real ass whooping.
Hey, let me say this. This has been a hell of a build-up to SummerSlam. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Tremendous build. They've got to pay it off. I'm looking for big things out of this match. It could be the match of the year. Sting, I'm looking all the way down there at you. I want to get inside the mind of the Stinger. We're talking about Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. How do you see it going down tomorrow at SummerSlam?
There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that John Cena can take Brock out. But there's always a but.
Yep.
This is the but. You're going to have to bring something that we've never seen you bring before. You're going to have your best day ever. Otherwise, I just don't see it's possible.
And Cena said that in his promos. I mean, he's been the knight in shining armor for so long. But tomorrow, he's bringing his bad side. He's bringing whatever it takes to get the job done. And it's going to take everything and more to accomplish that. So good luck to you, John. I'll tell Brock Lesnar good luck tomorrow. I wish you both a hell of a damn outing. Hey, now, from John Cena versus Shawn Michaels to Chris Jericho versus Triple H, there's some classic WrestleMania matches that you can play on this game. Sheamus, my question to you is, if you could face anyone on this list at a WrestleMania next year, who would it be?
You know, fella, for the last 2 years ago in New York, I was in a six-man tag taking on this fella with his two buddies in the Shield.
Didn't work out.
And last year was in the Andre the Giant, or this year was in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. But the thing is, like, yeah, which you won, of course. Congratulations. Congratulations.
It's too expensive for you. Yeah, I don't want to grease it over it.
Men's Warehouse. Good job. But
right here.
It is. Yeah, good for you, fella. Good for you. Want to split half that check you're getting every week with me? No?
No, it's Andre the Giant Memorial check that you
Oh,
didn't
it's a
get.
giant. Sorry, it was winnings for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, whatever. But no, I honestly, I will take on anybody sitting on this stage at WrestleMania, to be honest. I'd love to go one-on-one with Roman. I know we've had some good matches in the past in those six-man tags we took on the Shield. This fella here, this swinger here, he'll throw you around the place, but he's a great competitor, and he's
like me.
He's almost as snug as me, Steve. This lad, I haven't kicked the head off this fella in about 4 years. The Hulkster, fella, I'd be honored if you dropped a leg on me, just so I can kick out. And Stinger, I'm only joking. Trust me, I'm only joking. I guarantee I probably won't wake up for a week after dropping that leg on me. Stinger, I'd love to go with you. And Steve, we could always figure out who is the snuggest guy in the history of the WWE. It'd be an honor to face anybody on this panel at WrestleMania 31 next year.
Anybody, he's not going to give me a hard answer. All right, the king of swing, the swinger. Cesaro, next year, WrestleMania.
The swinger.
He called you the swinger, fella, so I'm calling you a swinger.
Yeah, I kind of want a rebuttal on that whole swinger thing.
Next year, WrestleMania. Who would you like to face?
Well, you know, I can be like, Sheamus be like, you know, putting everybody here over, but I would say what I want to face is whoever's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, period. I don't care who it is.
You don't care?
No, I don't care.
You got to make your mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to make your mark, whoever it is. He don't care. I dig that. Roman Reigns, cool, calm, and collected. WrestleMania next year. Give me a name, brother.
I'd have to agree with Cesaro. Anybody who's holding the title would be a great opportunity, but I'm gonna go with Taker. I'd love to wrestle Undertaker.
You'd like to get in there with the dead man.
That's right.
You think since Brock Lesnar maybe softened him up, does that help you out,
I'm
or
not
does that
looking
make
at
him hungrier
I want-
and put you in a precarious position?
No, I want the absolute best Taker possible. I'm not worried about the streak or anything. Just me and him. I'm not worried about Brock. Just Undertaker.
There you have it.
There it is. So one of the cool things in 2K15 this year is that there's My Career mode. So you can follow somebody throughout their career, pick any different point throughout it. I'm not sure of all of the details of it just yet, but that's going to be one of the added bonuses to this year's 2K15. And the awesome thing with the panel here is that we have so many walks of WWE up here throughout their career.
And you know, Cesaro, I don't know a whole lot about your background. You have an interesting journey to get here. Tell us a little about your story.
Well, it started about 14 years ago in the most beautiful country on earth, Switzerland.
I thought you were going to say USA.
No. No, for anybody that ever traveled the world, I don't know how much you guys get out. We travel a whole lot, especially me. And Switzerland is the most beautiful country on this planet. And, you know, I started out playing rugby, and, you know, that kind of didn't go so well. So I started wrestling in Germany on the big German tournaments, you know, deshalb möchte ich allen meinen Leuten in Deutschland schönes Dankeschön sagen. Then started wrestling all over Europe, wherever I could, France, Italy, England. Finally made my way to the United States, conquered the United States, Canada, Mexico, Japan, everywhere. And then finally came to the WWE. That's the short version of it because I don't know how much time we have here.
No, just real quickly, give me a little bit of your weightlifting background, because I know you do a lot of the Olympic lifts. You're in premier condition. Is it from your rugby stuff? What's your basic foundation in the gym?
You know, I've always played any sports I possibly could as a kid. I think kids in Europe and especially Switzerland are way more into sports than the kids are over here. I think that's why the US has such a problem with obesity nowadays. That's also why Europe produces the premier athletes, and I know at least
Talking politics.
at least
Who'd have thunk it?
Seamus would agree with me
You're
here.
at the 2K
You know, I always lifted weights, and I just started lifting Olympic weights about 3 years ago, which shows you how great I am because I learned it so quick.
You're big into CrossFit as well, aren't you?
I can see it, bro.
I'm into anything that makes me better and stronger, and obviously it's working.
Don't hold anything back, man. Just let them know how you feel.
No, just, you know.
I like a guy that's humble. Sheamus, you had a little bit of a background as far as in regards to your journey to WWE. You came here, you shot to the top of the cards. How was your journey here?
Before I started that, there's actually a guy wearing a MacGyver t-shirt in the front row. I mean, That's just blowing my mind right there. So I
come on, fella.
I'm bringing it up. I get distracted very easy. I grew up in Dublin, Ireland. I'm very proud to be Irish. We had not many TV channels back there, but the first time we got Sky Channel in, which is one of our main partners in the UK and Ireland for WWE. I remember seeing this man here in a set with Andre the Giant. It was on WTV. I remember like literally Hulk Hogan standing up to Andre the Giant tearing his shirt, and right away I was hooked, fella. I was just like, became a huge WWE fan. I watched it every week with my grandaunt. And for me, as a kid, I remember my grandmother telling me, you're always going to find your calling. And this is all I wanted to do. So when I basically got to WWE, I was in FCW, I was determined, I was in developmental, determined to make an impact. I was determined not to be a superstar where just come and go, a fly-by-night. And in 2009, I got my opportunity after being on ECW to take on this fella right here for the WWE Championship. Everybody was thinking, this pasty ginger fella is going to get smashed in the ring by the champ, John Cena. Well, fella, I walked away with kicking this lad in the head and a giant WWE Championship around my waist, around my shoulder. And I'll be honest with you, lad, it feels so long ago now, but like that rise was just incredible. I mean, for the first couple of months that it happened, I had to pinch myself every day because literally it just felt like a dream. And as I said, every day I'm in that ring, every time I get to perform, every time I get out there and bro kick someone, it's like my first day of school.
You're a bully at school.
You know, Roman, all the guys up there paid their dues to get in WWE, but you come down a different path. You started in the WWE Developmental Center and have established yourself as an impact player in WWE. What does it take in your mind to become a WWE superstar?
You know, I think a lot of persistence, a little bit of patience, but I mean, you have to be persistent. You have to, you can't take no as an answer. That's one thing is, you know, I think everybody knows in this world, you're always gonna have haters and people who doubt you. As long as you believe in yourself and you stay focused, for me, you know what I mean? I know who I am and where I came from and where I wanna go. That's something that's big to me. So it was, you know, especially you're being thrown into the Shark Tank when you go to developmental. Everybody's trying to get up to this level. So for me, it was just not taking no for an answer.
You know, one of the cool things with 2K15, like you said, you start at the Performance Center. In the game with the My Career mode, you start at the Performance Center at NXT down at Full Sail, Orlando. And you have to get from NXT to WWE and eventually trying to get into WWE Hall of Fame. That's part of the stages in career mode. It's a really cool aspect of the game.
Yeah, that is cool.
Roman, you third generation?
Yes, sir.
You got any pressure on your back?
I don't look at it as pressure. I look at it as a responsibility and a challenge. So for me, you know, I have a family legacy. The bar was set. For me, it's just about pushing that bar as high as I can and leaving WWE better than I found it.
There you go. You heard it. It's Anawa family. John Cena, when I look at you, I still see the same face, but you're a different guy now than you were back then. Explain the journey from the doctor of thugonomics to hustle, loyalty, respect. Talk about that journey.
That's a good question. I'll keep it brief. Everyone in WWE needs an identity. Stone Cold Steve Austin. You just find that's something that the audience attaches to. And to me, a rookie who came out as the face of ruthless aggression, wearing boots and tights at a time when everyone else was wearing boots and tights, I just became another number. And then I got an occasion to rap at a Halloween sketch, like just a little thing in like a Halloween party. And I wanted to be as big and bold and over the top as possible, and even comedic in a somewhat serious form, and people kind of took to it. So I figured, okay, this is a part of me, it's not me, but I'm gonna use this to develop my identity. So then I just went crazy, turned the volume up to 10, backwards hats, steel chains, oversized jersey, jorts, Jordan kicks, wristbands, headbands, anything you could find to just take that identity and make it so easy for you guys to connect with it, so you either like it or hate it. Through the years, I've realized that WWE's presence on television is so strong, and if you look out to the people on the floor and in the balcony, you can tell that I'm telling the truth. We appeal to all walks of life, all ages, all sexes, race, creeds, colors, it doesn't matter. You guys all come to enjoy this. So when I became more and more successful in the WWE, my career goals became just to send a positive message. I work hard every day. I appreciate hard work. I appreciate dedication. I'm a sucker for loyalty, and I respect both my peers, the legends that have paved the way, and my adversaries. So that became the John Cena character shift that people so often complain about. Why don't you go back to being that rapping guy? That's not who I am. I want to take my time on television to whip some ass, but at the same time, to send a positive message, to give somebody a chance to look up to someone and maybe look forward to doing something good in their life.
And at the end of the day, I've always felt that the closer a guy was to who he really is, the higher you can go. Because you are
the more authentic you make it.
Right.
You guys watch me, and whether you're wearing the T-shirt or wearing a homemade T-shirt, the reason you have that polarizing feeling is because you know me. And I've been honest with all you guys for 10 years now. So when I come down the chute, you know me. You know that I'm gonna fight for you. And you know that you want whoever's in the ring across from me to whip my ass because you're sick of seeing me. But you know that it's me. You know it's me. And I think you're right, Steve, when you can be as authentic, when you know it's me, there's nothing see-through about that.
And that's what makes for a great WWE experience, because it's all about you guys and guys in the ring working their ass off. Hulkster, now you've been around for a long time, one of probably the greatest runs in the history of the business. But, you know, not everybody knows about your first stint in WWE. They know about the Hulkster running wild on everybody, the 24-inch pythons. But when you first came to WWE, you were a bad guy, a heel, with classy Freddie Blassie as your manager. Talk about your first days when you came to WWE.
Well, I also was a different person then. You guys know me also. There's been a lot of crazy highs and a lot of crazy lows. But before I got there, I wasn't real consistent. I'd quit wrestling several times and went back to work playing music and doing all kind of stuff, working on the docks. But I started, you know, kind of the hard way too. They didn't have the developmental center. I was a huge wrestling fan. I kept banging on the doors and chasing the wrestlers around. And a guy named Hiro Matsuda brought me in for a workout and broke my leg the first day. So that was my introduction to the business. I got back on my feet, started working in small territories, quit wrestling 3 or 4 times. And because, you know, working 13, 14 times a week, they give you a $100 check, and driving 20 miles up and down the road and all the stuff that was going on, it wasn't for me. And then I got a call from Vince McMahon Sr. And there were a couple of wrestlers named Jack and Jerry Briscoe who said, you got to give it another shot. New York's a big man's territory. Everybody in New York is 300 pounds plus, and this is a good spot for you. So I went up there. Vince McMahon Sr. changed my name from Terry Boulder to Hulk Hogan, and I was the original bad guy. And I guess I was getting groomed for Andre, because Andre didn't stay in one little area. He traveled all around the country, and I would go in a couple weeks earlier to like the Louisiana territory or to Texas, and I would beat up the local heroes. Then Andre would come in and destroy me. So I was groomed, you know, for the first couple of years to be with Andre. And it was a little tough because he didn't like me too much back then. And years went by, and after 7 or 8 years of me being scared to death of him, he kind of warmed up to me. But that's how I started the first time. And I was working for Vince Sr. way back in the day in '78.
You had your greatest run, in my estimation, as a babyface. But did you enjoy that initial heel run?
Yeah, I did, but it was a lot different back then. You know, we didn't have the luxuries that a lot of these guys have now. We didn't have trainers and massage therapists and ice in the back and X-ray machines and all this stuff. If you got beat up, you know, or you tore a bicep muscle, you kind of kept running. You didn't have surgeries. And I did enjoy it, but I used to drive up to the buildings, and I was usually wrestling Andre, and I just remember I'd lean my head out the car door and, you know, because I was so nervous. And by the time I'd get in the building, I knew I was going to get a Stone Cold Steve Austin whooping from Andre.
Yeah.
And so I didn't enjoy it as much as I was trying to figure out a way to get by that. But it was a lot of good times, and I learned a lot from him.
Sting, we've seen you transform through all the different face paint, the different colors, the multicolored types from down in your run in WCW and to your trademark look now. You've had, to me, one of the greatest runs of all time. Your longevity speaks for itself. Will we ever see Sting compete in a WWE ring?
You know, I don't know how much time I have here, but I mean, these guys have kind of told a story, and I've got a story too. But I mean, it leads up to right now, this moment here. I mean,
Go ahead.
This is my debut, but can I?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you know, getting into wrestling, I grew up in an area of Southern California where we didn't have pro wrestling on TV, so I didn't even know what it was. I co-owned a Gold's Gym in the San Fernando Valley. This big dude with blonde hair would come in and work out, and the gym would be buzzing and freaking out. And, don't you know who that is? And I said, I don't know. That's Hulk Hogan. And I knew the name Hulk Hogan as some wrestler guy, but I never saw it on TV, didn't know what it was. I knew him from the Rocky movie. They had to point that out to me, though. So I knew him from the Rocky movie, and I went, wow. So I ended up, long story short, going to a wrestling camp, going to the sports arena in L.A. I saw Hulk, Andre the Giant, Big John Studd, the British Bulldogs, the Iron Sheik, Adrian Adonis. I mean, a bunch. I mean, this place was pandemonium, and out going through this wrestling camp at the same time. That was the night, Hulk, you've affected my life too, because that was the night I decided this is definitely what I want to do. And here I am all these years later. I don't have a WWE history, but I do have a big wrestling history for $9.99. You can get it. So, yeah, $9.99. You can see it all, man, every bit of it, even the parts I don't want to talk about, you know.
So will we ever see you compete in a WWE ring?
Oh, you want me to answer that question?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You gonna get all cryptic on me?
Cryptic. I do this every time. I got to do it again. What should I?
Brother, can I say something, Steve?
Absolutely,
Can I say
Hulkster.
something, please? This guy, when I had the run in the 80s, I talked to him and said, we got to get the blonde-haired guy with a crew cut in, you know. I could draw all kind of money with him, even stab him in the back, you know the deal, and have a great run. He wouldn't come. Then the 90s, he wouldn't come. Then when I went down and did the WCW NWO thing and I came back with my tail between my legs, he wouldn't come.
Oh, man.
And all of a sudden, Comic-Con, he just shows up because he's got a doll. And so he got a great response from the crowd, and he shows up unannounced, and we just happened to be on the same plane from San Diego, I think, to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And I had a come to Jesus meeting with him.
Right.
I said, brother, you've been this Southern Belt superstar, you know, had great matches with you, but now you're here and you've never been here. I said, you need to make a mark in the WWE. You have to wrestle. You have to wrestle. And he started out, he goes, well, you know, I don't know. He goes, I'd really like to wrestle The Undertaker. I said, The Undertaker's one thing. But what about John Cena?
I don't know. What about John Cena?
What about John Cena?
I think that would be cool. I think that would be really cool.
But the point I'm trying to make is he has to wrestle. He's got gas in his tank and he can still go.
Man, I got to say, man, I've been in a WCW ring. I've been in a WWE ring. Man, it's a night and day difference. I say you must find out how that experience is for yourself.
I would love to find out.
There you go.
I want to find out.
We will leave it at that. You played hard to get for a long time. Can he be gotten? We will wait and find out. So much respect for your career. Let's move this thing.
Yeah, let's move it along. We are here for the 2K15 roster reveal. So let's reveal more of the roster.
More people.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shattered Dreams Productions, Gold Dust.
My old buddy, my old travel partner, Dean Ambrose. Unpredictable cat. Certainly a highlight.
The Animal, the star of Guardians of the Galaxy, Batista.
Nobody here saw Guardians. He did great.
Jey Uso.
And of course, what is one Uso without the other? We've got Jimmy Uso, the tag team champs.
AJ Lee. Dynamite does come in small packages.
We have former Intercontinental Champion, Big E.
We got the shooter, Jack Swagger.
Canada's own Tyson Kidd. Of course, you can see him on Total Divas alongside Natalya.
Darren Young.
Mr. No Days Off.
Here we go. Nikki Bella.
And of course, just like the Usos, what's one without the other? We have Brie Bella, who will be facing Stephanie McMahon tomorrow at SummerSlam.
Got the big man, Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, I think he thinks it's nice.
The most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock.
I think they all saw Hercules instead.
The immortal one, Hulk Hogan.
Wow.
Now, actually, if you get the Hulkamania edition of 2K15, you can actually also play Hollywood Hogan.
There you go.
Nice to have options, Hogan options.
All right, speaking about Hulk Hogan, now you faced both The Rock and Andre the Giant in high-profile matches at a WrestleMania. Now, I know it's about 300 pounds of body weight difference, but what's the biggest difference between those two guys in the ring?
Well, Andre, you just had to dance around, brother, and just pray that you survived. You know.
Was it really a rough going if he was not in a good mood?
Yeah. That was a tough day, bro. I mean, you know, we all know this business, but, you know, it was a situation where Vince McMahon told me I'd be okay. And not too many times I've gone in that ring knowing what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, wrestling's not fake. You know, I can tell you after 9 back surgeries, couple knee replacements, couple hip replacements, wrestling's not fake. Maybe the ending's predetermined, but what happens in there is as real as it gets. And I've never been in a situation where I got ready to go in the ring and I didn't know the predetermined situation at the end. And Vince said, "You'll be okay." And when I asked Andre, he goes, "Don't worry." So that was a tough day mentally for me.
Right.
You know, and so we got through it and it was great. The Rock was a whole different story. He was on his game.
Right.
He was fast as a cat. I was hoping he was more focused on that first movie, The Scorpion King.
Yeah.
So I could punk him out NWO style. But the cool part about The Rock was the fans were there. You know, and
It was electric.
Yeah, it was crazy because I did everything I could to make everybody hate me, from the hammer to the ambulance to the semi, trying to kill him, and then they still cheered. I was going, "Oh boy, we got a problem here." So it was different.
But that's when you kind of adjust on the go and do what you did, and it worked out like magic.
Yeah, we definitely called an audible in there and readjusted.
Roman, there's been a lot of dominant big men in WWE, but man, to me, I mean, you're a big dude, but you can also go with the speed. How would you compare yourself to some of the big men in the WWE? What is your style?
Yeah, I don't, you know, I'm like you said, I have a little bit of size on me. I don't think
But you don't realize how big you are until you walk up on you.
I'd like to think I'm a bit of a hybrid. I like to move. I like to run around, break a sweat. So I think, you know, that's one of my big advantages. People try to game plan me as a big guy, but then once I start moving, you know, it takes a little bit of adjustment. By the time you're adjusted, you're on the ground.
How good are your grappling skills? Can you go scientific if need be?
Oh, I got some basic. I'm pretty technical when I need to be. It's just we came in, you know, as the Shield, just punching everybody we could, and it worked. So
it worked. You're right. There you go. Hey, Sting, you know, we just saw The Rock listed, and certainly Rock versus Sting would be a dream match that right now can only be experienced on this game. But who were some of your dream opponents that you've never faced but wished you did?
Well, it's easy. Obviously, Undertaker.
He's always first on your list.
Yeah, he's always first, and I got to keep talking it like that, you know. Triple H. I've always wanted to work against Triple H. I think that would be a good match. Also, even now, Stone Cold Steve Austin definitely. And
whoa! Watch out for the Stone Cold Stunner, brother. I told you.
I've heard so many incredible things about Shawn Michaels, and I've seen some of his work. YouTube, you can see some of the matches. I take that back. For $9.99, you can see those matches. So yeah, I'd love to be able to work with Shawn too. You know, all those years ago, it would have been pretty cool.
Well, another one of the features on 2K15 is the 2K Showcase mode. So what has been revealed so far is that you're going to be able to go out the rivalries of John Cena and CM Punk and Triple H and Batista. And I think there's going to be some more revealed as we get closer to the game launching. So that's definitely an awesome aspect of the game that we're going to get to see.
There you go. Hey, back to the panel here. I got a couple of questions for you guys. I'm gonna ask the same question down the road. Who was your greatest rivalry? Sting, who was your greatest rivalry in that squared circle?
There's two of them. It's
Okay.
obviously Rick and it's Hulk. You know, Rick, I say his name first because he was first for me, and we had such chemistry. There was great trust between the two of us, and it just seemed to be magic. And all those years later, I mean, the last match, Panama City, I mean, the big time buyout thing happened, and even on that last day, it was against Flair. So
Watching you light it up with the Nature Boy on so many occasions, it seemed like you guys were just custom made for each other. You with the fire, the explosive moves, the Stinger splash, and always trying to avoid the Scorpion Deathlock. But him, the way he worked with you, y'all were just a great 1-2 punch anytime you stepped into a squared circle.
yeah, and it was the same thing a lot of times every night, but
Right.
it always seemed to work. And I say Hulk too because I did some of the biggest stuff I ever did was with Hulk. And the reason I think it was so good is because, your character went through a change. The red and yellow kind of went away. Hollywood Hogan emerged, and the Surfer Sting went away, and Crow Sting appeared. And it just, I think it took all those years to mold and make me into what I needed to be able to get up to this level right here. And by that time, it was magic too. I mean, we did video games that were off the scale, attendance records that we broke all over the country, buy rates on pay-per-views, and so on and so forth. It was all really, really good.
When there were pay-per-views, we've got WWE Network for $9.99. Hulkster, your greatest rivalry?
Well, I've got two of them also, rivalry, ooh, yeah. I mean, he was a trip, man. He was like that 24 hours a day.
We were talking before we came on stage. I didn't get a chance to know that guy very much, but he was like
He was
24/7.
stiff. I mean, if he even came over the house and I happened to glance at Elizabeth, ooh, you got lust in your eyes. I mean, he was tough.
Who else?
A Piper.
Piper.
We had a war. We had some wars.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what was it about Piper that
He just
you
wouldn't
clashed?
back off, man. He just kept coming. I mean, he just didn't know the good guys go like that and the bad guys go like this. He kept coming like this, So I wish we could have done more business, but it was just the way it was.
A highly entertaining guy, very entertaining. John Cena, you've been in some intense rivalries. Your greatest?
According to 2K, it's Punk, which you can play our rivalry on 2K15. But I don't know, maybe Punk, maybe Edge, maybe Randy. All of these moments you can relive on the WWE Network for only $9.99.
Oh, come on.
But I think my greatest rivalry is yet to be written. As you see these three superstars up here, I've often tried to court you into a WrestleMania occasion. If you're down for it, you're looking mighty jacked in that shirt, I think you can go at any time now.
Can you sell a stunner?
But I think the best page is yet to be written.
Well, see, Sheamus, you've been here not a real long time. Intense rivalries, your greatest of all time so far.
It's as John said, I believe my greatest rivalries are ahead of me. I've been lucky enough to jump in the ring with this fella here. I feel like a lot of the time spent, a lot of the rivalries being there have kind of stop-started. With Cesaro and myself, we had a lot of fun, but again, that was kind of a stop-start type of thing. I think we got great chemistry in there. Really? You want to start it right now? Start it right now, man. Let's go. I want to ruin that lovely Men's Warehouse suit you're wearing. But I think the biggest thing for me was two that really stand out for me, and one is the Big Show. I remember going in there. It was like Hell in a Cell 2012. I'd never been in there with a competitor like Big Show, and literally, for me, up to that moment, I think he'd kind of become the friendly giant, and he was kind of plodding along. Man, I got in that match at Hell in a Cell. I slapped the crap out of him, fella. His belly was black and blue. I hit him in the head as hard as I could. I fired that fella up. I mean, it was a great scrap. It was real. When people Hulk was saying, what we do is real. He got me over that rope. He got those saucepan, frying pan-sized hands, and he laced the hell out of me, man. I was black and blue myself for weeks. That was a great ride for me, but Daniel Bryan has been a great a great rivalry for me. Me and Danny have got great chemistry in the ring. We love to go in there against each other. There's been a lot of ups and downs, that rivalry. I went to WrestleMania 28, and I was considered a good guy. Went in, kicked his head off in 18 seconds. And then the next night in Miami, it was a lot of yes, yes, yes. And when I walked out, it was like, no, no, no. So, but Daniel Bryan's been a special opponent for me. And
how about you, Cesaro?
Well, I hate to say the same thing as those. Really, Fandango?
Was it Fandango?
Fandango?
Fandango gentleman up on the balcony.
I wager to say I'm also a better dancer than Fandango. So, same as they said, I think it's a very exciting future in WWE now as a new generation seems to be taking over. So, definitely my greatest rivalries I still have to be written. And Sheamus here has been giving me a little bit of grief for as much as he tries to, unsuccessfully at most. And
Aren't you guys save it?
I would, I have to show him every now and again who the better European is. I would say Sami Zayn, because that can be seen on the network, NXT 999. That's 999 in German. So.
But that's the difference, sorry Steve, to put you off. That's the difference between me and him. He calls himself European, I call myself Irish.
Yeah, well, see.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
If you're that good, you
all right, I'm going to moderate you
Europe,
two when we get backstage. Roman Reigns, you ain't been here very long, but your greatest rivalry so far, is it the guys within the Shield?
Well, like you said, I think the future is going to tell all that. But I mean, there's just so many options to go with, so many young, talented guys. The future's bright. There's no doubt about that. But I'd have to say probably Randy so far in such a short stint. I mean, right now I'm pretty heated with Randy. I plan on writing the last page of that book tomorrow night. But I mean, like you said, Seth Rollins down the road. I'd love to, tango with Cena down there.
Would you?
Once these guys get done flirting, I'll fight either one of these guys. But as the Shield, I'd have to say Evolution. That was a pretty cool feud.
All right.
I enjoyed that.
I'm looking here. You got Sting, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Sheamus, Cesaro, Roman Reigns. And I'll throw myself in there. We got a big-ass battle royal, a Royal Rumble. Who you see winning this whole thing?
Oh, me, yeah.
Simple as that. Cesaro.
Well, since I showed everybody that I'm the expert at winning Royal Rumbles or Battle Royal by winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania, I would obviously pick myself.
Sheamus.
Bro kicks for everybody.
Bro kick for everybody. I'm not feeding for a bro kick.
Rumble.
John Cena. I can see you. Give me a winner.
In a Battle Royal, nobody can see me.
You going to go in as the Doctor of Thugonomics or Hustle, Loyalty, Respect?
What's that?
You going to go in as Doctor of Thugonomics or the Hustle?
Well, if we have a giant Battle Royal in 2K15, you can use me as the Doctor of Thugonomics.
There you go.
And or the current John Cena. I think I win in both situations.
Hulkster, we got a big battle roll. You going to come out on top of this thing or who's going to do it?
The Mania brother's going to win. You know that.
Stinger. I'm the same way. I don't do those things.
Hey, I'm going to put the veto on all your answers. If Stone Cold Steve Austin was in there, I done won 3 Battle Royals, 3 Royal Rumbles. No one's ever done that before. I'm ringing you all up, throwing your ass over the top rope. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the winner.
Well, with that in mind, let's move forward here and reveal more of the roster for 2K15. See who else we've got left in the game here.
Here we go. Go ahead.
There it is. You either sell out or you buy in. It's Seth Rollins.
Kofi Kingston.
Oh, the truth. Our truth. I hope that his dance moves are included in his entrance.
It's Fandango, right?
Got Justin
That's
Gabriel.
Justin Gabriel. He looks just like Fandango.
A little
Justin Gabriel.
Similar hair. I see that.
Trust the paper.
The Viper, Randy Orton, who will be facing this man on Sunday, Mr. Roman Reigns. Roman, there he is. What do you think seeing his face up there?
What you got right there?
Size him up.
I got a Superman punch for that jaw piece.
There we go. Teeing it up tomorrow at SummerSlam. Naomi. Looking good.
Yes! Of course, Daniel Bryan's in the game.
Still supporting Xavier Woods.
the most must-see superstar, The Miz.
Tamina.
Rob Van Dam. And what would 2K15 be without Cold Steve Austin?
Eric Rowan. Big man.
Luke Harper, the other member of the Wyatt family.
Hell of a beard.
Dang.
This is part of the pre-order launch exclusive superstars. When you get the game, Sting will be available on there for you.
Me too.
Of course, The Undertaker. You can never have a 2K game without The Undertaker feature. Who apparently everybody on this stage wants to have a match with. So that game exists.
You know, we got some great potential fantasy matchup opportunities and all the lists and the rest of the roster we've seen today. I'm going to ask the panel this question. Past or present, who is the one person you've never faced you wish you could? Who would it be, Roman? Young career, haven't faced him. Who would it be?
I'd have to go with you. I faced Undertaker.
Undertaker?
No. Well, I've faced him before, so I'd tie up with you.
Dude, I'd whoop your ass.
It ain't attitude era anymore, Daddy.
Oh, hell yeah. I tell you what, you better bring a sack lunch. Here we go.
I'll bring one for both of us. How
You
about
got
that?
it.
Yeah.
We're going to have a picnic, then we're going to fight. Talk to me, Cesaros. Someone you never faced but wish you had.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not that big into nostalgia and, you know, looking back at what could have happened. I figured that people that play the 2K game can do that. I would say John Cena because he's the champion right now.
Right down the road, is that a threat?
Look at it as you want. Yeah, hell, yeah, it is a threat. It is a threat.
I'm looking right at you. Did I stutter?
Cesaro had an extra shot of confidence in his coffee today. He's letting everyone know.
Yeah.
And now what about the fact that he's facing Brock Lesnar tomorrow? Would you take him on, Cesaro?
Whoever wins, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, if you're here in the WWE, what it's all about is being WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And if you don't think you have what it takes, you shouldn't be here. I know I have what it takes, so whoever wins, I'm looking forward to fighting him one
Sounds
day.
like your mind's in the right place.
Yeah.
You want that gold. I dig it the most. Sheamus, talk to me, brother. And please don't say Cesaro. I mean, you guys been going back and
Can't
forth.
get me out of his
I don't
head,
know what
you know?
we're trying to sell. You and Cesaro or the video game?
Can I ask you a question first? Just looking at the roster reveal, Justin Gabriel was the first guy who came on, and you were very, very excited when you saw him and you mentioned Justin Gabriel. I was like, didn't you have the same haircut in WCW? Or
did we?
The same Justin Gabriel haircut? Or,
Didn't work out for me.
as a man with a really bad haircut too, I was wondering, from a nostalgia point of view, if it didn't work out for you?
No, it didn't work. This turned out to be the best thing going for me.
You have a very nice shaped head, though.
Good, man.
Oh, I know.
Works for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a macho kind of gimmick with like a
You're
great
really
white
owning
shark.
it. It looks
It's a
good.
Gimmick.
Nostalgia person, I have to go with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
That would have been a very intense matchup.
He was the first, as I said, I was talking about when I was a kid watching WWE, he was, when he came on the screen, him, like with the robe and the glasses and the bandana and just his whole demeanor and the voice and ooh, yeah. And then Miss Elizabeth by his side, they looked like they shouldn't have been an item, it shouldn't have worked, but just worked so perfectly. He captivated my imagination and made me want to follow my dream.
All right, John Cena.
Fellow you'd be?
Champ. Talk to me.
I'd say probably one of your greatest rivals, Vince McMahon.
Oh.
Who's that?
I would love to challenge Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
You've had Vince in the ring there, Hulk. You've also had Vince in the ring there. Yep. I don't like to speculate on what couldn't happen. I would say definitely these three gentlemen right here would be a great matchup, something you'd want to see. But if I had to pick one, I'd like to get the boss in there for one round.
There you go. I tell you what, man, He ain't the most coordinated individual in the world, but he's full of piss and vinegar, and he brings it because he wants to put on a good show, and that's a big part of who he is. He's a bad dude in the ring, and I can attest to that. Hulkster, let's shift gears a little bit. For you guys, one last match. Who would it be, Hulkster?
Well, first thing I got to say, I want to straighten one thing out.
Here we go.
I've had a match with The Undertaker. I don't want another one, okay? Okay? I've had enough.
Yep.
Just let him do his thing. So what was the question?
Your last match. Who would you pick for your last opponent?
If I had one final match.
Final. We skip through all the shenanigans, the bottom line.
Man, as much as I would love to whip your ass, the last match would have to be against him.
There you go. There you go. All right, Stinger. One last match.
Yep.
Who's it going to be? I'm clairvoyant. I'm psychic.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm thinking RoboCop.
Remember that?
The new one or the old one?
Are you serious? You weren't going to say The Undertaker? I'm starting to get mad.
Yeah, well, everyone's getting pissed at the question. I mean, they ask me all the time. Undertaker, that's
all right,
why.
y'all happy now? Hey, if you'd like to see Sting versus The Undertaker, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
The masses have spoken. I'll give you a hell yeah, too, because I'd dig seeing that as well.
Well, the masses are actually going to continue to speak, because right now we're going to go to the fan question and answer part of the panel. Oh, we have somebody jumping up. We've got the microphone set up there for you. The floor is yours, young man.
All right. Sting, what took you so long to come here?
What took me so long to get here?
Yes.
You got lost.
Yeah. You know what? There's several different reasons, really, and I don't want to bore any of you to death with it. But I mean, I was real close several times over the years, and for whatever reason, I stayed where I was. But I'm really glad to be here right now.
Right on.
What kind of things can we look forward to from you, Sting? With you participating in the panels and stuff, and being able to be here at WWE, what can we expect?
Well, I mean, hopefully you can expect to see me in the ring. I mean, that's if I have it my way, that's going to happen. I mean, I want to do more with the WWE. So far, the reception from fans, from the guys, it's all been really, really good. Really positive experience.
Hey, man, you've been through some wars. How you feeling physically? Because you look like $1 million. You feel good?
I feel like I have one more left in me for sure.
There you go.
That's one more run, not one more match.
Next question. Oh, right over there. Yeah.
This one's for Cesaro. Why did you break up with Paul Heyman?
Well, the thing was, Paul Heyman had to go with Brock Lesnar because that needs his full-time attention. Yeah, it's true. I'm just telling the truth. I'm completely fine by my own. Me and Paul are still friends, so that's it. Short and sweet answer.
Cesaro, that being said, knowing that Paul Heyman will be there with Brock Lesnar tomorrow for SummerSlam, what kind of an advantage do you think that is going to serve Brock against John?
Well, I think it's going to be a huge advantage looking at Paul's track record, as he's the one behind the one in 21-0.
As he lets everybody know.
21-1. There we go.
I get a huge problem with this whole thing. I mean, I really do. Throughout my history in this business, there's always been a manager, and you get a manager's license. Paul Heyman is not a manager. He's an advocate. So does he have a damn advocate license? Because if he doesn't, I'm John Cena's advocate, okay?
Business has changed, Hulkster. It has changed a little bit. Hey, one question for Cesaro. You said you're still friends with Paul Heyman, but he's not managing you anymore. Do you rely on him for any advice, any business decisions, any strategies, techniques?
Of course, I would be stupid not to. Paul Heyman has a brilliant mind for this business, and if you have the chance to work closely with him, which I know you did, you would do exactly the same thing. I'm a very smart man, so I'll talk to Paul, and we still get along great.
You keep saying you're smart. We're going to see how smart you are as your future unfolds. But you got all the makings to be one of the biggest of all time. Here we go.
Next question.
Hey, how you guys doing? So I grew up watching Hulk Hogan when I was younger. You know, he was saying eating his vitamins and all that. And then when I grew up a little, and I started watching Stone Cold in the Attitude Era, started drinking beer and all that.
From the vitamins to the beer.
Natural progression.
Yeah. Oh, and my son's middle name is Austin because of you. So thank you.
There you go. Appreciate it. What you got?
I just have a few questions. Hulk Hogan, do you still take your vitamins? And Stone Cold, do you still drink beer?
Yes, brother, I do, and I know his first name's Hulk, right?
Yeah. His mom didn't let me slide.
Boy, what a combo that'd be, Hulk Austin. No, yeah, I still drink beer. You only get one question, but I give you a freebie because that's how we do it here. I drink beer all the time. I drank a beer for breakfast.
Steve Weiser, anybody with a Steve Weiser, we've got nothing. We got our next question?
Okay, first of all, I'm in love with you, Cesaro. Oh my
So
gosh,
Sheamus.
I'm so happy right now. Anyway.
Go give her a hug.
Jealous.
Yes, give me a hug.
Yeah, go
please.
give her a hug. Go on. Yeah.
I can't get down
This guy.
Golly.
He's my favorite, this guy.
I can't believe it. Hey, what's your question?
The question is, if you were to go for the tag team championships, who would your partner be?
Is that a question to everybody on the panel?
To
everybody. Okay. Sting, who would you pair up with?
In a tag?
Yeah.
Man, no. No, not Undertaker. No. I think Cena.
Okay, yeah. Right on.
I team up with Sting.
There you go.
I would choose Cesaro because he's we kind of share the same sort of strategy in being strong. He's just a little smarter than me. Ask him, he'll tell you.
I have other people say it for me.
Sheamus, tag team.
Definitely. As much as we dislike each other and can't stand each other, fella, standing on that apron and watching him swing lads around all day, that would just make my day, man.
There you go, Cesaro.
Well, I would have said Jack Swagger a while ago because I still think me and Jack were the best team, never hold the WWE Tag Team Championship. But since we're in a disagreement, actually as surprising as it is, I would probably also say Sheamus just because he's one of the...
I figured he was going to say he would clone himself.
Well,
obviously you would be the brains of the tag team.
We're not that much in the future, but you know, he's one of the most annoying people to be in the ring with, so I want to share that with all of my opponents, so it's great.
All right. Be taking the clubs, he'd be watching them being given.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Chest cavers, we call them.
Chest cavers.
I'd have to go with my drinking partner, Dean Ambrose.
What did you say?
My partner.
You're drinking partner?
Yeah.
Y'all rode down the road and have a couple of beers?
Quite often.
My man, Roman Reigns. Next question.
Hello.
This one's for John Cena.
Oh, gotcha. I couldn't see you.
Who's your role model in WWE?
That's a great question. It would definitely be Hulk Hogan. He was the superstar that turned me into a fan at a very young age. And like I said, I admire hard work, and I totally admired what he stood for and what he still stands for, and he's my role model. Great question.
And we've got another tiny nugget up here with a question.
This question's for Roman Reigns. How do you feel of Seth Rollins stabbing you in the back?
Well, you know, at first we were kind of sad. You know, I mean, it was like a loss in the family. We were pretty tight. We considered ourselves brothers. So, anytime someone does that to you, you know, it sucks. But we're over it, and we got a bunch of brotherly love for him. Dean's gonna take care of him tomorrow, and then hopefully down the road I'll get a nice piece too.
Next question.
This question is for all of you. Do you ever let the fans get to you? And how do you deal with that? Really?
I think John Cena ought to start off without him because
every day.
That's why I have
every day.
Nate,
Well, the guys just stop. No, I'm kidding.
That's why I got so much respect for you, because you get the good with the bad. But without a doubt, it's all from respect.
Yeah, well,
do the people ever get to
we
you?
talked about it earlier. You guys enjoy all this, and you're supposed to. You're not supposed to feel a certain way. You come into these buildings to say what you want and enjoy us for us. So if you enjoy me or if you don't, that's what we do. We're here for you guys.
What about you, Hulkster?
So, no, they never get on my case. It's all good.
People ever get to you?
Well, for me, brother, it's kind of like when I first got things rolling, I didn't understand it. And then you got to a point where you kind of expected the craziness. And all these fans mean well. And they're all good people. If they're overly aggressive or excited, it's because they're having their moment to hang out with you for a minute. And then you get to a point in your career where you're grateful that it's still happening. So that's the point I'm at now. I can't believe at 61 years young, I'm up here with all these guys, and these fans have been so loyal, and they got so much love, brother, because it didn't have to be this way. I mean, these are the best people in the world, so I just thank God it's still happening.
What about you, Stinger?
Man, I feel like I've had a good relationship with the wrestling fans for so many years now, and it's all been good for me.
Did that dynamic change once you kind of went to the dark side down there in South?
No, not really. As a matter of fact, they like that better.
Yeah. It was that edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a change of character. It needed to happen.
Fella, what about you?
I think as long as there's no crickets in the crowd, as long as there's no silence, whether they're cheering or booing you, it doesn't matter. As long as everyone's having a good time, I'm having a good time too, because everyone here in the audience, everyone at Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, the entire WWE universe, they're as much a part of the show as we are. Without them, there's no us.
Cesaro.
You know, I'm very passionate about wrestling. I'm very passionate about WWE, and so are our fans. And I think
very passionate about Sheamus.
That's why we share the same passion. So no, they never get to me.
There you go.
Worried here.
Yeah, I think Sheamus hit it right on the head. I mean, y'all paid your hard-earned money. We just want you loud. Just be loud. No, you can just be loud.
Well, Steve, I would pose the same question to you. I mean, when you had that match with Bret Hart and you had that huge reaction from the fans, what was that like for you?
You know, you feed off that crowd. That's how you make your decisions out there. And for a long time, I was fighting what the crowd was giving me. You know, when I kind of first started kind of turn towards the good side, Brian Pillman, you say, God dang it, kid, you're a babyface. And boy, I say, no, I'm not. I'm trying to be a heel. So finally, you know, as far as affecting me on a personal level, no, I was always trying to stay the course. But once you start listening to them and finding your way, like Hulk said, I mean, all the pieces fell into place. And I tell you what, you lean and thrive on the volume and the sound that crowd gives you, 100%.
So stay loud. Next,
stay loud.
Got you over here.
My message, question is for John. You're a 15-time world champion. Ric Flair is 16-time. Do you think you could beat his record?
I hope I never have to. I hope I hold on to it and keep it for a long, healthy amount of days, so I don't have to have it a 16th time.
See, John done thought about that question.
Sting, I am 28 years old, and I've been waiting for this day my entire life to see you in the WWE. At WrestleMania, you always say you want to face Taker. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, I mentioned earlier Triple H. I think that would be another good one.
Do you ever plan on going back to like the Surfer Sting, or?
There's not enough hair on my head.
Thank you.
Next question.
Yeah, this is a question for Hulk Hogan, but John Cena, you're still obviously our favorite wrestler. But I want to know, Hulk Hogan, who's your favorite WrestleMania opponent that you've ever fought in your career?
Well, when I look at the big picture, you know, and the statement that was made, it has to be Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. I mean, even for the whole WWE, I mean, WrestleMania 1 was a closed circuit. It was like a first attempt. Vince rolled the dice and put everything on the line, and thank God it turned out well. WrestleMania 2, we kind of got split apart with 3 venues, LA, Chicago, and New York. But I think Vince regrouped and he made this huge mark at WrestleMania 3. We said, we're not going anywhere. This is 10 times bigger than the Super Bowl, and the WWE is here to stay. And I think just that match with Andre and the way he passed the torch and everything all together, the indoor attendance record, I think that's the one. That's the one.
Hello.
Hi. First of all, thank you, Hulk, to do that, because I'm just so happy to be here, and like my heart is beating so hard. So, thank you so much. I'm French, and Cesaro really inspired me in all I do, and I have a good question for you, I think. My question will be, what is the best moment of your career, actually?
The best moment of my career was when I lifted the Big Show all over my head and threw him out of the ring at the first ever Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30.
Hulk, what was it like for you to see that moment with Cesaro and Big Show?
Well, it blew my mind. I mean, I was definitely rattled that day. You know, a couple days before I'd stood in front of the Andre the Giant statue, and it kind of messed me up when I looked at the statue in the eyes. And I told my wife, Jennifer, I said, something happened. It just kind of threw me off my game. So that whole day, I was like stutter stepping from all the questions about Andre in the Battle Royal. And then to see Cesaro, the big man, picked the Big Show up and he handled him like he was a kid. I was like, I mean, because when I got Andre, it was like a quick move and thank God it happened. But when he picked the Big Show up, way over 500 pounds, I don't care if they say he's 500 or not, he's way over 500, believe me. And when I saw Cesaro pick him up and hold him in the launch position, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, that's like a superhuman move. So props to you, my brother.
Thank you. But I wasn't picking up Andre because it seemed like Andre had that lower center of gravity.
Yeah, but like I said, I get up under Andre, and it was a quick move, and when I got him up, I turned him, you know, and it was quick, but he held this man up. Yeah. He held the guy, I mean, in the launch position. That was unbelievable.
You slammed to slam, Big Show or Andre?
Gosh, I don't know. When I slammed Andre, I was so much younger and healthier, you know, and the Big Show felt like a ton of weight when I tried to get him.
Out, though.
Yeah, but I still turned the Big Show quick. I didn't hold him up like that.
Right.
Next question?
Yeah. My question is for my second hero, John Cena. Before, when you had that long, side hair, silky hair.
Oh yeah, that long, beautiful, silky hair.
Yeah.
The young Fabio, people say.
What did it mean to you, like when you called yourself the prototype?
That's just the identity I was given to start, pretty much. And it meant that it was the start of this wonderful journey that I'm still on today. So you can't have a journey without a start, and the prototype was my start.
Hello there.
Hi. My question is for Roman Reigns. And I'd like to ask you, when you first came into WWE with the Shield, what was your experience like? After you came in, how'd you feel? Because I know when I saw you, I watched you in FCW and I watched you as Leake and everything. And when you came in with those three guys, I was like, whoa, he's actually here. I remember telling my dad, I'm like, this guy's gonna get big one day. And he's like, nah, he's just gonna be mid-carder. I'm like, okay.
Well, tell your dad I said what's up.
So how did that feel?
It was awesome, man. Especially, most of the times guys are just kind of in the dark on an island by themselves, debuting solo. So for us, it was like I said, that brotherhood feeling, that camaraderie. As soon as we got done putting Ryback through that announce table, went back through the crowd, busted through those doors. Ambrose is punching the wall. Rollins is going crazy, and it was just a surreal moment. The energy and that feeling that we had together, that's really what bonded us as brothers until Seth hit me in the back with a chair.
What was the process like for the Shield to come together? Were you guys friends in ahead of time, or how did that come together for you guys?
Well, that's the crazy part is we were competitors. We didn't, we weren't hanging out in developmental. We were just doing everything we could to get up to this level. And when you're down in a warehouse, some of these guys can tell you it can get irritating. It can get frustrating. But it was such an organic thing that happened between us. The way we gelled as a team, and it just happened week after week after week. Something new would pop up. We'd evolve in a weird way. The way we would work together, travel together, work out together, eat together, have a cold beer together. It was just so many things. When you're put together that much, it was extremely odd how good we gelled.
Was there a specific? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Was there a specific moment that you noticed that? I mean, you guys have been working together for so long, and then once you realized, wow, this is actually working, and there's been so many dominant factions in WWE, but you guys accomplished so much together.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint a moment because I spend more time with these guys than I do my actual family. I'm on the road. We're on the road. Damn near every day a week. So when you're with those guys, and you're gonna have moments outside of the ring, on the road, different crazy events, flat tires. You can run into a little bit of trouble, a sticky situation, and when those guys have your back, that's when okay.
But when you guys were together, there's strength in numbers, and you guys always relied on each other as a cohesive unit. Once the Shield busted up and you got out on your own, was there any insecurity now that you didn't have those two guys watching out for you?
No, a lot of people ask that because we were such a strong team. You know, fortunately for me, I was starting to work by myself at the end of the Shield run. You know, I was fortunate enough to main event a European tour wrestling Randy, and they were tagging, you know, throughout that show. So I had a little bit of experience, and you know, I already went through those things before we broke up, so I was ready.
Next question over here.
Hi, I'm from the UK, and this my question's for the Sting. My mate died of cancer last year, and I've come to SummerSlam in his memory, and you was his favourite wrestler. So thank you for coming to the WWE. And my favourite wrestler is The Undertaker. So are you going to face The Undertaker for definite?
Okay.
I mean, and he had to position the question like that. I've heard it done in so many ways. That's a first right there. I got to be cryptic. I want to. I just want to. Just know that if I have my way, this will happen.
Yeah. We all want it. The WWE Universe wants it.
Thank you.
Next question.
This question is for all of you. Recently, like Batista, do you see yourself in Hollywood playing in movies?
Roman?
Right now, for me, I see myself in a wrestling ring. I see myself chasing the WWE Championship. I'm WWE all the way. That's what I want to do. I have goals here first. Nope, we ain't about that part-time stuff.
Yeah, I must agree with Roman. You know, all my focus is here in WWE. I think with this new generation and with the talent that we have, it's just you can't do this part-time. You just can't play at the level we play right now. So 100% full WWE.
Sheamus.
I'm 100% for WWE, but I'd love to do some movies. I'd be crazy to turn down something. I mean, just Leprechaun 2, yeah? Yeah. Hornswoggle's big brother. Fit right into that Irish stereotype. Guinness in one hand and little fella on the left, right? What? That's a great idea. How come I never thought of a Lucky Charms commercial before? I need to hire you. You need to be my publicist and manager. Are you available? Talk to you after, right?
John, what's your opinion on this?
Well, I think you guys know where my allegiance lies after over a decade of seeing me every single week. Some of you have actually grown tired of it. But I think our goal as superstars is to make the WWE as big as we can make it, to get as many of you to come to these things, to see these things, to be part of this as we can. And a lot of times doing that, you have to step outside your circle. And that doesn't mean that you don't love the WWE and have passion for the WWE. But I think smart choices, making good films or doing good projects, I think what you referred to him as Batista. I think what Dave did with Guardians is absolutely awesome. He's number one in the box office. The movie was great. I think a guy like Dwayne Johnson has raised the bar for all of us because there's been an underlying stereotype about us, about what we do for so long, and it's just not true. We're unbelievable athletes, we're unbelievable entertainers, and we are unbelievably professional wherever we go and whatever we do. And I think people who get a chance to step outside of this and do other projects and kick ass in those other projects, it's a good example for us, it sets a good standard for us, and it's better for all of you. Hopefully more people can come and see these things in the future.
Next question.
This question is for Cena. If you were to defeat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, who would be your next opponent?
When I defeat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, it sounds like Cesaro wants a piece of me. Say something confident, say something good about yourself.
Anytime, anywhere.
He's very smart.
How about Night of Champions?
He's extremely intelligent and strong.
And 5 languages, and so on.
And he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think Cesaro would be next for me. We've had some brutal matches already.
All right, our last and final question. Make it count, sir. No pressure at all.
Well, my question's for Hulk Hogan there. How do you think the NWO would hold up against other factions such as the Shield and like DX?
That's a good one.
It was a good question, yeah.
Well, I think in the NWO's prime, we'd have ripped everybody's faces off. because we were real heels. We weren't adjusted to the entertainment attitude. We were still back in that 90s zone where we didn't sign autographs or take pictures, and we just tried to be as evil and mean as we could be. So I think we'd have probably ripped everybody's faces off.
Well, maybe we will actually be asking DX that question later on tonight because they will be here doing a panel, and they might have a different opinion on that. All right, well, that's our panel.
One more question, or we done here?
Well, you said one more question now, so now I feel like we should do another one.
Let's do one more question.
One more.
Don't want one more question?
Come on down. And you got the property of WWE shirt on there. You got
That's right. Yeah. So first of all, thank you guys for being here. I came all the way from Long Beach, and
We had to deal with the 405. Come on.
40 miles.
I know it's a weekend, but there's a little traffic.
But I brought my cousin from Mexico too with me, and today's my birthday too.
Happy birthday.
So, yeah. So I come here every year to SummerSlam, Axis, but you guys had a panels this year, so kind of disappointing. But I'm glad to see you guys.
Is there a question?
That's not how you really feel.
Yes.
He's going to tweet you.
Now you got to make one up.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Well, being the final question, this is for Cesaro. As your previous persona as Claudio, you used to do the.
I don't know what that is.
You used to do the UFO move, and how come you don't do that in WWE?
Well, just like a UFO, it's very rarely seen.
This guy.
Hence the name.
This guy.
Hence the name.
He's good.
Well, thank you everybody on the panel for joining us here today, and thank you for watching on IGN.com. And of course, if you're watching on the WWE Network, thank you for that. And of course, you still have time to buy the WWE Network to catch SummerSlam.
How much is it? $9.99.
$9.99 SummerSlam, 24 hours away. But thank you guys so much for joining us. And 2K15 is available in the U.S. on October 28th and internationally on October 31st. And pre-order on 2K's website right now.
All right, you guys, I want to thank
Steve, any
y'all.
parting words? Yeah.
Do what?
Any final words?
Yeah, these are my final words.
Okay,
You
go
gonna
ahead,
keep
go
interrupting me. I want to thank everybody for coming down here today and putting up with all this and talking about 2K15. It's a badass video game, got all the latest, greatest technology. We're passionate about what we do. You're passionate about what you play, so it's a hell of a combination. 2K, WWE. Stinger, it's awesome to see you here. Huge fan of you and your career. Round of applause for the Sting. Hulkamania running wild.
Always.
Hulk Hogan, the immortal one. John Cena, hustle, loyalty, respect. White meat baby face. Love him. Sheamus. Good old Sheamus, the great white
There you
shark.
go.
The smartest guy in the room, anytime he's in a room, Cesaro. Cesaro, great spending time with you. Living on the cocky side, ain't you?
He said it.
I said it this time, and Roman Reigns, my main man. We're going to drink some beer down the road. Appreciate you guys all coming down here. It's been a hell of a damn day.
Of
And
course,
Stone
you gotta
Cold
hear
Steve
it.
Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, everybody.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good panel, guys. Good deal. Yeah, everybody in. Everybody in.
Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it.
Watch no